Another chance to speak on justice for Mohbad, free Arifa, free Veron. I salute all panelists and I salute all commenters. No doubt it's an emotional period. It's traumatic. At the same time, it's therapeutic. Therapeutic in the sense that you find some relief talking about it. Traumatic because it's a weight on your chest. Will this guy get justice? I'm going to take the same route I took on Olori Ebi's platform a few hours ago. And I'm going to use this moment to speak to the heart and soul of all Nigerians, home and abroad. You are abroad 10, 20, 50 years. Some of you have made up your mind you are never going back to that dysfunctional country. Remember, your family is still there, Nigeria. So you can never disconnect yourself from Nigeria. So what I'm going to say concerns you in the diaspora. And it concerns you a lot, those at home. And I'm going to look at three main institutions that we kill ourselves for. We become enemies of ourselves because of these institutions. We are so warped in our thinking when it comes to these institutions. And these institutions don't care about us. As far as you are concerned, you are inconsequential. Political institution, number one. Religious institutions, number two. Traditional institutions, number three. And I'm going to break it down to the best of my ability. And I'll need the help of all panelists and commenters to fill in the blanks, because I'm not going to do this alone. It's collective, so that you can feel the pulse of the moment. In case you are disconnecting yourself from Nigeria, come back home, I did tell you. Political. Ask yourself, how many governors do we have in Nigeria? 36. I can't even count how many senators we have. I can't count how many federal House of Representatives we have. Not to mention those on the state level, at the state level. Not to mention commissioners, councillors, and those in the judiciary. Ask yourself, how many of these people within the political climate has come out openly to say justice for Mohbad? Panelists, commenters, if any of those people have come out to say justice for Mohbad, please put down their name. And if there is none, let me see your response. How many of the 36 governors have come out to say waiting by Mohbad? Be sincere with your answer, because maybe somebody has come out and I never got to see the video. Maybe somebody somewhere, one of the governors, 36 of them, how many don't come out to say we want no waiting kill this boy? How many? So far I've seen like 10 comments saying none. So no governor don't come out. Okay, maybe we have senators. There should be over 300 senators in Nigeria, in the House of Senate, earning millions of naira every month. How many senators in Nigeria, apart from the one that visited Mama Mohbad at Lekki, apart from that guy, how many of the senators don't come out to say waiting by this boy? I want to put my weight behind justice for Mohbad. I want to support this movement. How many senators, my people? Maybe one of them don't come out, I don't know. Mention the name. And if there's nobody, I won't see your response. How many federal House of Rep member? How many state House of Rep member? How many people in the judiciary, councillors, don't come out to throw their weight behind this movement, behind Baba Mohbad, saying we will support you to get answers. We will support you to get, to know waiting by your picking for house. Mohbad no die for streets. How many? So you can see from the political climate in Nigeria that you kill yourselves for during election. Some of you still ballot boxes. When it comes to election, some of you will vote along ethnic lines. Na Yoruba, na Igbo, na Hausa. You won't even hold these people accountable for their past deeds. Answers. Nobody was held accountable. Part of you in Team Justice rigged the election for them. Now we don't see the results. None has come to ask for justice for Mohbad. Zero, nada. Political, nobody has come to say we want to know who ended this boy's life in his house? Nobody. When we move to religious institution, where we have Christians, Muslims, I forgot to add the Ìṣẹ̀ṣe Ìbílẹ̀ when I made my submission in Oloriebi. So let me even talk about churches, Christians and Muslims. I need answers, so make una help me. Like I said, I don't have all the answers and I don't want to get it wrong. How many general overseers in Nigeria has come out openly? I'm using the word openly, has made a video, has gone on live to ask questions. Who killed Mohbad? How did he die? If there's anybody, please put your name. And if there's nobody, put your response. How many imams, sheikhs have come out to throw their weight behind Team Justice, behind Baba Mohbad, to say we want to know who killed your pikin in Nigeria? All over the country, how many general overseers? How many sheikhs and imams? How many? If you know them, put them. Apart from Afan Labib, that gave Gbasgbos to Naira Marley and Sam Larry. Apart from Afan Labib, how many Afas, how many imams, how many sheikhs have come out openly? I'm seeing none from the response from the commenters. And some of you can kill yourself for your general overseer. You can kill yourself for your imam, sheikh. They don't care about you. They only care about their tithes and offerings. You become a statistic. So this is a wake-up call for you that carry your GO for head. They can't talk about him. You will come after that person like an hyena. You will come after that person with everything you have because they talk about your general overseer, because they call out your GO, because they call out your alpha or your sheikh. Hear this and no peace. If you fight tomorrow under any questionable statistics, they won't talk about you. This is a wake-up call for you to use your brain. If you are going to a church and no GO has for one day in the last 7 months even talk about Mohbad on his altar to say we want to know who killed this boy, regardless of their tribe. I'm talking about Nigeria as a whole. Ask yourself, what am I doing in this church? Does this man have a conscience? If you are still going to that mosque and your imam, your sheikh, has not even talked about this issue, ask yourself, is it worth it? These are the people that hold the Bible and the Quran. They speak about love and justice. And for one day, they have never asked for justice for Mohbad. Now, tithe and offering, oh. So far, your matter no go affect their tithe and offering. You no concern them. You no concern them. Somebody is saying one pastor in Ogun State. That is fine. If you know the name, put the name there so that we can exclude him from those who kept quiet. I like that response. If you know the name of that general overseer, I am limiting it to general overseers, the owners of churches. I'm limiting it to imams, sheikhs that hold onto their mosque. If you know them, put their names so that we can salute their courage. If they have made an open video, share the video so that we can know. Videos like that of Alpha Labib, so that we can remove them from those who kept mute in the day of trouble. Because this is the day of trouble. This is the day of calamity. Mohbad's death has shaken the core and foundation of Nigeria, and the political institution is quiet. The religious institution is quiet. I move on to the traditional, where we have the Obas. Across the 36 states of Nigeria, I'll be interested to know an Oba that has spoken in favor of justice for Mohbad. If you know any Oba, if you know any Emir, if you know any Obi or Mazi, if you know anyone, traditional ruler, that has come out openly, please drop their name. And if there's none, let's know. So that you can begin to ask yourself, these Obas that we hold in high esteem, do we really need to hold them in high esteem when they can't even fight for their own citizens? They cannot even fight for the people they are ruling over in their jurisdiction. Ask yourself sincere questions, my people. Ask yourself. Don't be so tribalistic and egocentric that you cannot ask yourself, has my Oba come out to speak in favor of justice for Mohbad? Has my Emir come out to speak in favor of justice for Mohbad? Has my Obi come out to speak in favor of justice for Mohbad? Ask yourself, dig to ask yourself those questions. Have they come out? If the answer is yes, put the name of your Oba. And if there's no one, let me see your response. Like I said, I don't have all the answers. Now, let me streamline it to Southwest. Let me count them in case I miss a state. I'm coming to Southwest. How many states are in Southwest? We have Ogun State. We have Lagos State. We have Oyo State. We have Osun State. We have Ondo State. That's 5. We have Ekiti. That is 6. Let me add Kwara, Ilorin. That is 7. Kwara State. 7, right? I don't know whether to add Kogi because Kogi na middle belt. So let me stop at that. 7 states make up the Southwest. So we have 7 governors. We also have 7 senators from that region. We have people from the Federal House of Representatives from that region. We have State House of Representatives. We have councillors. We have commissioners. We have those in the judiciary in those 7 states. I bet make I ask you now, how many of these people have come out to throw their weights behind Baba Mohbad? How many of them have come out to support justice for Mohbad? If you know any, I don't mention Ekiti, I don't mention Osun, how many people have come out in favor of justice for Mohbad? If you know any, drop their name. If you know any, drop your name. How many of them? I'm streamlining it to Southwest so that those of you that are so tribalistic, you can begin to think, is it worth it? Those of you that can kill yourself or your governor, you begin to ask yourself, if I buy or any of my picking not come out, ask yourself now. These are sincere questions. Now questions we dey ask. So that when election come next time, you go use your brain vote. You go use your brain campaign. You will hold them accountable for what they've done. We don't hold them accountable. Those are governors. Oh, so we have 7 governors that have gone silent in 7 months. We have commissioners. We have senators, 3 from each state. So 21 senators are quiet in Southwest. We have people from the Federal House of Representatives in the Southwest. All of them quiet. No sound, no noise. And a human being, no be goat, no be animal, died in questionable circumstances, in an open and short case, in a slam dunk case. None of them have come out to say a word. Dead silence. The silence is so loud, you can hear it. Nobody talk. Nobody talk in Southwest. Let's move on to churches in Southwest and mosques in Southwest. And I'm going to limit it to your general overseers in Southwest. And we know that Southwest is majorly Yoruba speaking. So I'm going to limit it to churches that the general overseers are Yorubas. For the sake of time, I will just limit it to denominations that most of you can kill yourself for. I'm using my words carefully because I know that we are so religious with zero godliness in Nigeria. We are so religious with zero godliness. We are religious with zero fear of God. We feel quote scripture from here to tomorrow. We feel recite the Quran off head, but we are godly. We have zero godliness. Zero. So I'm going to limit it to churches in Southwest and mosques in Southwest. Because I'm a Christian, I'm going to call out some denominations. Redeem, Living Faith, MFM, Deeper Life, Celestial Church, Cherubim and Seraphim, those in the Baptist, Anglican. How many of your general overseers have come out boldly to put their weight behind Baba Mohbad to say we will help you get justice for your son? If any of them don't come out, I won't see your comments. Maybe I overlooked it, or maybe I didn't come across the video, or maybe I didn't get the memo. How many? Redeem, has he spoken to say yes, we will get justice for Mohbad? Living Faith, has he spoken to say yes, we want to know who killed Mohbad in his house? MFM, has he spoken to say we want to know how that boy died. Deeper Life hasn't spoken that we want to know who killed this boy in his home in Lekki and put him under the staircase. Celestial Church hasn't spoken. KNS, Kerubam and Seraphim, has it spoken? Those in the Baptist, CAN, PFN, Southwest, have they spoken? Those in Anglican, have they spoken? And you people can kill yourself for these people. Ẹ lè kú torí wọn. Wọn ò gbọ́dọ̀ sọ̀rọ̀ jí oyin. Ẹ máa wá kọ́nà tẹ̀yìn ni. Ẹ máa bùyàn jẹ. So this is a wake-up call for you. If you fall in the category and Nigeria happens to you, what they are doing to Mohbad is what they will do to you. You become a statistic. Nobody talks about you. You become a statistic. These are the people that are only concerned about your tithe and offering. Tithe and offering, you know ni. I'm a Christian, so I will speak more about my religion. Tithe and offering, you know ni. They can talk about it for 2-3 hours in a service. But none of them in the last 7 months has spoken in favor of justice for Mohbad. None. None of them had made a video to say we will get justice. Once, if there is a single public holiday, you will have a program on that day. There will be a revival. One of the programs, Sisha. These are people that preach love and justice, togetherness. And they have never put their voice together to say we want to know who killed Mohbad in the last 7 months. My people, like I said, I'm speaking to your heart and soul. For those of you that are so overly religious and you have lost your brain, you can't even think that what happened to Mohbad can happen to anybody. My prayer is that Nigeria will not happen to us. The religious institutions will be found wanting. They won't stand for you. Your imam will not stand for you. Your alpha will not stand for you. Your sheikh will not stand for you. Your Jehovah will not stand for you. Use your brain to think, is it worth it? Is it worth it? Is it worth it? These are big churches in Nigeria, Southwest in particular. There's hardly a street you will pass through. You will not see 3 or 4 churches. Minimum. Bó ṣe ń rí church ni wàá máa rí mọ́ṣáláṣí ní street kan. Bó ṣe ń rí church ni wàá máa rí mọ́ṣáláṣí látago 5 wọ́n ti fi fèrè jí ẹ. Kò sórun. Kò sórun. But none of them has come out to speak in favor of justice for Mohbad. I move on to Lagos State. Now there Mohbad paying now. How many Mohbad, the state get governor now? Has he come out openly to say I will do everything possible to get justice for Mohbad? Has he even gone to see Baba Mohbad in Ikorodu, the governor of Lagos State? Has he gone there? The 3 senators representing Lagos State, have they come out to say we will do everything possible to unravel how Mohbad died? Those representing Federal House of Rep of Lagos State, has any of them come out to say we want to know how Mohbad died? Those in the state legislatures in Lagos State, have they come out to say we want to know how Mohbad died? Those in the judiciary, state judiciary in Lagos State, have they come out to say we want to know how Mohbad died? Silence, my people. Dead silence. Deafening silence. Loud silence. Silence everywhere in Lagos State. Ẹ̀yin tẹ́ ń gbé lẹ́kọ̀ọ́ ẹ má dira o. Na sample be this. Na sample they show you. We don't matter. Just like your daddy said or somebody said in the comment section. We are in a country with zero empathy. We are in a country that the leaders don't listen to their people. Religious leaders, traditional leaders, the political leaders. This is a wake-up call for all of us. Ask yourself, how many homicide cases has happened under the watch of Sanwo-Olu? And how many homicide cases has he solved? How many? How many? And during the last election, some of you rigged the election for these people. Some of you campaigned for these people without looking at their past antecedents just because they are Yoruba, just because Tiwani. We can see the result now. We can see the result. Will Mohbad get justice? I'm positive that Mohbad will get justice. And I want to speak with the Oba that his name is in the petition. I will just say, Oba, remember Pharaoh. Remember Pharaoh. Remember Pharaoh. If you don't know the story of Pharaoh, talk to the Christians that are your friends. Let them take you to the scriptures. Read about Pharaoh. Read about Pharaoh and the plagues that befell him. Read about how God humbled Pharaoh. Pharaoh burú. Ó dẹ̀ ní àyà líle. A dẹ̀ ti rí pé yín gan ní àyà líle. Ẹ̀ ń lu agbára yẹn gan. Kò sẹ́ni tí mi ò lè gbé. Ọba, mo fi tọ̀wọ̀tọ̀wọ̀ kí yín o. Mi ò dẹ̀ rí yín fín. Ẹ lọ wo ìtàn, ẹ lọ ka ìtàn Pharaoh. Bọ́lá òun ṣe bí ọṣẹ ṣe ń ṣojú. Power corrupts, and absolute power corrupts absolutely. Mohbad died in your territory. Kí lẹ ṣe? Mohbad died in your territory. Ọba nìyí now. Ṣé bẹ́ẹ̀ láwọn ìjòyè? Ẹ láwọn òsì ọba. Ẹ láwọn ọ̀tún ọba. Ẹ ní balógun. Ẹ ní aṣípa. Ẹ ní ìyálóde. Wọn ò bá yín sọ̀rọ̀ ní ọba. Ẹ ṣá ń gbọ́. Ẹ ṣá mọ Mohbad. Ẹ dẹ̀ mọ Wùnmí. Ẹ dẹ̀ mọ ọmọ tí Wùnmí gbé dání. Ọba kí lẹ ṣe? Ṣé tí ẹ jáde wípé mo fẹ́ mọ ikú tó pa Mohbad? Did you do any video? Did you come out openly to address your subjects? Within your territory, they ended Mohbad's life. Ọba kí lẹ ṣe? À ń wò yín. Bí ọba ayé ṣe ń wò yín náà ni ọba ọ̀run ń wò yín. Ọlọ́run wò yín. Ṣùgbọ́n ẹ má gbàgbé ọba Pharaoh. Pharaoh, ẹ burú tó Pharaoh now. Ẹ burú tó Pharaoh. Ẹ tún rántí Nebuchadnezzar. Ẹ ní káwọn ọ̀rẹ́ yín ṣí Bible kẹ́ẹ̀ka story Nebuchadnezzar. Ìtọ́lọ́hun fi ojú ẹ̀ ṣe ní ọdún 7. Tọ́lọ́hun sọ di ẹran. Kó tó júbà wípé Ọlọ́run kan wà. Ọba ẹ rọra tẹ́lẹ̀. Ẹ ti gbé Arífá. Agbọ́pẹ́ tún ti gbé Veron. Wọ́n lọ́wọ́ yín wà ń bẹ́ẹ̀. Àlẹ́jì ni o. Torí kò ní bàjẹ́ tí ẹ ti sọ, ó ti sọ jáde. Ó lóun bá yín ṣiṣẹ́. So kò ní bàjẹ́ tí róòbù yín. Ó lé ẹjọ́ ń ṣiṣẹ́ ni. Mo dẹ̀ sọ pé fídíò kò ní bàjẹ́ tí kàn yín lára ọba. Petition orúkọ yín wà ń bẹ́ẹ̀. Olóògbé kọ orúkọ yín sí. Wípé Sam Larry, Obele àti Elele pé tán bá ti ń nà òun orúkọ yín ni wọ́n ń dá. Ẹ má dáhùn petition ọba. Ẹ dáhùn. Ẹ ṣe bẹ́ẹ̀ ní pé ẹ gbọ́. Nígbà tẹ́ jáde gan ẹ sọ wípé ẹ mọ̀ Sam Larry. Bọ́ ẹ sọ wípé yìí kọ́ lẹ̀ ràn níṣẹ́. Ẹ dẹ̀ dárúkọ Obele. Ẹ sọ̀rọ̀ nípa Elele. Ẹ ṣe Elele ni àti ẹ mọ́ bá ṣe máa pè é. Ẹ dárúkọ àwọn méjèèjì tó kù. And you never answer the petition. Ọba ìrora tẹ́lẹ̀. Ọba ọ̀run wò yín. Ọba ọ̀run wò yín. Ẹ rọra lu agbára. Ẹ rọra lu agbára. Kò ní bàjẹ́ lòun bá yín ṣiṣẹ́. Ẹ dẹ̀ ti gbé Veron. Ẹ̀yin tẹ́ ń gbé ní Lekki àti Island. Tẹ́ bá sùn ẹ má dijú o torí ẹ̀yin gan ẹ̀ safe. Tẹ́ bá sùn ẹ má dijú torí Mohbad kú. Ọba agbègbè ẹ̀gan ò sọ anything nípa ẹ̀. Bóyá wọ́n á sọ̀rọ̀ lọ́la o. A sì ń retí kó bá sọ̀rọ̀. A lè sọ. Let's give him the benefit of the doubt. Maybe he will speak tomorrow. Maybe he will search his conscience and turn his ways and go the right way. Oba, you can still do right. It's not late. You can still do right. You can toe the path of justice. Èèyàn ló kú kì í ṣẹran. We are only asking simple question. Arifa, Veron, Westo, tó ti di fugitive. They are only asking simple questions. The same question I am asking, the same question the panelists are asking, the same question commenters are asking, the same question millions of people across the globe are asking. And what is that question? Who killed Mohbad? Ọ̀rọ̀ mẹ́ta ni. 3 questions, Oba. Who killed Mohbad? Ẹ bá wa fohùn yín tẹ̀lé. Àwọn ọba tó wà lẹ́kọ̀ọ́ náà ṣèbá lọ́ba lẹ́kọ̀ọ́, alọ́ba ní Badagry, alọ́ba ní ọba of Lagos, alọ́ba lágége, alọ́ba ní Kòròdú. Ẹ tún wá bá mi dárúkọ àwọn ọba tó bá wà lẹ́kọ̀ọ́. Ṣé bá wà lẹ́kọ̀ọ́? Kò sí tó sọ̀rọ̀ nínú wọn. Kò sí tó sọ̀rọ̀ nínú wọn. Nigerians, I'm speaking to your soul. This is the level Nigeria has degenerated to. This is where we have found ourselves. Nigeria is the most populous black nation in the world. But look at where we are. A country with zero empathy from our leaders. It's a wake-up call. It's sad. But I am positive we will get justice for Mohbad. And I'm going to lend my voice to York Daddy. Gbogbo àwọn tó lọ́wọ́ nínú ikú Mohbad. Gbogbo ntẹ́ bá ní ó máa wọlẹ̀ lójú yín ni. Àti ìwọ tó mọ̀ nípa ẹ̀ tó sọ fún. Àti ìwọ tó gbé àṣẹ jáde wípé ẹ lọ pa. Àti ìwọ tẹ́ ṣiṣẹ́ yẹn tẹ́ mẹ́mí ẹ̀ lọ. Àti ìwọ tó mọ̀ tó gbé Mohbad sá lọ. Gbogbo anything tẹ́ bá kójọ àmọ́ yín o, ṣùgbọ́n ẹ mọ́ra yín. Ọwọ́ Ọlọ́run á mú yín. Gbogbo ntẹ́ bá kójọ ẹ máa gbé sí ni. Ẹ lè escape ẹ. Ẹ pa ọmọ carpenter. Ẹ gbàgbé pé Jésù gan ọmọ carpenter ni. Mohbad is not an ordinary child. Tó bá mọ̀ tẹ́lẹ̀ lọ́mọ lẹ́ni. Kò ń ṣọmọ lásán. Ó wá ṣiṣẹ́ tọ́lọ́run rán ni bọ̀ kò pẹ́. Ó kú at the age of 26. Jésù was crucified at 33. Kí ni yàtọ̀? 7 years ló làwọn. Mysteriously, ẹ̀gbẹ́ ni wọ́n ti gún Jésù tẹ́ bá ka Bible. And Mohbad was stabbed, courtesy of her mother or of his mother. Ó sọ fún wa wípé wọ́n gún ni. So tẹ́ bá mọ̀ tẹ́lẹ̀ wípé wọ́n stab Mohbad, ṣaṣangele màmá ẹ̀ ti jẹ́ ká mọ̀ wípé wọ́n gún ni. Ó ní Jòsí ló ní kán lọ gún ẹ pa. So tẹ́ bá gbé autopsy report yín wá lẹ́kọ̀ọ́, a fẹ́ rí stab wounds lára ẹ̀. Torí màmá ẹ̀ ti sọ wípé wọ́n gún ni. Wọ́n gún ni, ẹ̀gbẹ́ náà ti gún ni, ọrùn ni wọ́n ti gún ni, aṣáfẹ́ rí stab níbẹ̀. So bí wọ́n ṣe gún Jésù náà ni wọ́n gún Mohbad. Nigerians home and abroad, I'm speaking to your soul and mind. This is the country where you come from. There's no way you can disconnect yourself from Nigeria. You can see for yourself, politically, religiously, traditionally. We score 0. Odo lagba. Odo lagba. Torí àwọn tó ń rúlu wa, they don't care about us. I yield the mic, York Daddy. Thank you.
Thank you very much, CrunchyQueen. That's I've always said you're one of the strong voice in this justice for Mohbad. There was so much respect, and each time you come up and speak, it's always something new. This whole system, it is very sad. The summary of what CrunchyQueen said tonight is that the whole system, the whole body failed this guy. The whole body. How I wish when this guy died, all the churches came together and they were so interested and said, you know what? We are going to stand for this guy. And all these big churches.
I think you can speak to these people on what to do about this, all this hula baloo that is going all about. That is just my own opinion. Thank you.
Thank you very much. I will respond to everything you say. Malicious. Delicious.
Good morning, York Daddy. Good morning, everybody. My contribution from my my own analytical mind is that they know the truth. They know the questions everybody's asking. What killed Mohbad? Who killed Mohbad? They know. But they have to deflect by saying, oh, Baba is looking for property. Oh, this and that. Oh, Liam. And Wunmi is cunning. She's the one that is giving them all the narratives. And they are just following blindly. And unfortunately for our people, and when I say our people, I'm talking about Nigerians generally, not just Yoruba people. We follow blindly. I have seen a platform where some people were actually asked, okay, do you know what the other side is fighting for? And they're like, oh, okay, what is it? And when it was broken down to them that the issue is that Wunmi was there and we just want to know what happened to Mohbad. That was when the person now kicked their brain in and they said, oh, Moro Biboya, Tori Baboko, Efe Shekinikon. And of course, because we have a small population of wives who have been treated badly by their in-laws, they just follow blindly. And they say, yeah, in-laws are bad, so we have to support Wunmi. People are just following Wunmi blindly based on their own pain or their own trauma, what they've experienced. Part of it is Karimo issues as well. Karimo too is doing the same thing. She knows the truth. She knows the truth. They all know the truth. But unfortunately for them, their hands are tied. Like Karima said, she's being forced to do it. But after lying, after Mohbad died, they all came and lied. And unfortunately, the lie has now come back to bite them because Mohbad has now been exhumed and people are now asking questions. So, and that is where they're now panicking about the people that are being arrested. The question I have to ask is, what is the link between Wunmi, Iyabo Ojo, the Oba we're talking about, and that ring? There is a ring, and that is why the Oba is protecting whoever this girl is. There is a ring. There is a ring, and I think he's at the top of that ring. So whether they had sex or not, I don't think that is the issue now. The issue is he's at the top of a ring and he's protecting his people or his mules or whoever. And that's why he's doing this. But his hands are now caught in a trap because of the petition that was written before Mohbad died. And that is where he now has to be held accountable. He has to actually address that, even if he doesn't address anything else. He has to address that. So there's no hiding, there's no bullying. They say cyberbullying and all that. If we look at cyberbullying, asking what killed Mohbad is not bullying. But suppressing and oppressing, arresting is bullying. Using your position is bullying. So he is the one bullying, but of course we know the police are in his pocket. And for us who are fighting this justice, I think what we need to do, like somebody already said, is put all our weight behind somebody who can fight the powers that be. And that is a son. And then they will know that we mean business. And not only that, I will say that if people are spiritually awake a bit, we will understand that the time in which evil reigned without question is over. I don't know if you know, Jay-Z, Diddy and all that, they're all coming down. So the power has changed hands. And the Oba needs to know that power has changed hands spiritually. So if it continues on this track, Omate, and that is a fact, because God has arisen to take power out of the hands of evil people. You cannot be killing people and using people's blood to get power, and you think you will get away with it forever. So power has changed hands now. And if he's not careful, is going to end badly. And I mean badly. So I would just say that he should just walk away and just release the people he has detained. And if he's upset about what people are saying, then send a PR person to speak on your behalf and say, okay, regarding this, I don't know about it. Whether he does or not, just say you don't know about it. Address it. That's what he needs to do, not just oppressing people and then using the police to change the law or to use the law against people. And unfortunately for him, there are Nigerians all over the world who will get up and fight for Nigeria, even if the ones in Nigeria are not able to. And that's what we're doing. Nigerians all over the world would fight to save Nigeria from the hands of evil people. And that is what is going to happen. And that's what's beginning to happen. I mean, that is what I see. It started and it's going to keep gaining momentum. So if this Oba is not careful, he probably will be one of the casualties if he's not careful. Because you cannot oppress and suppress people for so long and you don't expect them to fight back. Nigerians are going to fight back. I'm upset. I'm tired of all the bad reputation Nigeria has all over the world. I'm a Nigerian. I'm proud to be a Nigerian. I live abroad, but I'm proud to be a Nigerian. And I will put my weight behind anything that will save Nigeria out of the hands of these people. They are the ones causing evil in Nigeria, and that's why people are running away. And we will get to a point where we stop running and we have to face them and say, look, enough. Enough is enough. And that is what I see with justice for Mohbad. Enough is enough. We have to take our stand. And I can tell you, they're all cowards. They're using evil powers to make themselves feel like they're powerful. They're not powerful. They don't have power. It's just cowardice, ego. But once we take our ground and we stand our ground and say enough is enough, you will see how they will back off and they will back down. So the SAN that has been appointed now, I will say that we should put all our efforts behind them because, of course, it's obvious now that they are scared of him, and all we now need is to pay him enough to make sure that he delivers. And that's the only way I see that we can get this justice. Thank you, York Daddy.
Thank you very much for that, your great submission. Somebody said I couldn't have done better. It is what it is. Karima has said, our own. Oh, okay, that person has dropped. Karima has said, and for me, it's not a distraction. If somebody is now coming up and said they should be focusing on Konibaja, when they wrote petition against people and they got arrested, and the people that wrote the petition show up, you're not saying they should be, let us go by that one. But Yemzi Licious, thank you. That was a great one. We're still going to be listening to another voice note. I don't know, maybe this thing is loud enough. If you can hear, just say yes on the comment section. If you can hear this, just say yes on comment section. Please, guys, share this live with what's his name? Super Vibes. It was on this platform yesterday, and he was saying that he's of the opinion that they should not mention the Oba's name, blah blah blah. And we tried to explain to him that Oba's name is in the petition, so why won't us mention his name? So I promised him I was going to do a video where one of the dogged supporter of Wumi came out publicly and said he was working alongside with Oba to make arrests for these people they are arresting, And if somebody that is supporting Wumi has come out and said that he's working for Oba, that means the person has connected Wumi and Oba together. Let us hear it. Queen of Energy, should I go on and play it? Queen of Energy. Queen of Energy. Okay.
They are uniformed men, all wash on Nigerian police with their ID card. Oh, they. Sure, you understand? Am I got paint? You don't come from me. When the time comes, video of how he's begging everything, then he marry. Arifa is not.
Video of how he's begging. Le Marie. I asked the question, is it a sin to beg? Is it a crime to beg? We knew how the beg came about. So, guy, okay, let's listen.
Okay, so ẹ̀yin lẹ ṣiṣẹ́ pẹ̀lú Ọba Elegushi láti ààrẹ.
By his grace, by his grace.
Well,
because we needed concrete veto power. So we were resourcing for videos. Making sure we have proof of why he's being arrested.
Panelists, why are you guys dropping? Is it network that is dropping you? If it's network that is dropping you, kindly send request, come up. Kindly send request and come up.
Yo, Daddy, can I quickly say something? Sorry. From this.
Oh yeah, I'm listening iOS.
So I was just wondering if they actually said the voice note that they sent to Arifa was a frame, they framed it and it was not actually the PA. So I'm suspecting maybe if we can have a play of that voice note and this one, I'm trying to see if actually this is the guy that changed his voice in that other one, just to trap Arifa. I'm just wondering. So if we can.
Oh, okay.
To see whether somebody just changed the voice, to pretend to be the PA and then, to grab him. I just want to see if there's any similarity in any way, in any how we can, link the two voices here.
Okay, thank you. Well, let's hear it. Let's go on.
They are uniformed men, all wash on Nigerian police with their ID card. Oh, they. Sure, you understand? Am I got paint? You don't come from me. When the time comes, video of how he's begging everything, then he marry. Arifa is not strong where it is.
Okay, so ẹ̀yin lẹ ṣiṣẹ́ pẹ̀lú Ọba Elegushi láti ààrẹ.
By his grace. Well, because we needed concrete veto power. So we were resourcing for videos. Making sure we have proof of why he's being arrested. So in Toba it's about platform, I bear a video, and I thank God there were some of our sisters and our brothers, they were so devoted, even though they didn't know what I was doing then, but they were so devoted in helping me with any videos that I request for. They were sending them, they were sending links, they were sending it. These were the things we were able to put together that helped us to make Arifa's arrest. Arifa's arrest was not a veto power. It was a proper way. They have proof of everything he ever said about the Elegushi. Arifa is not being held by an higher authority because they can. All they are asking Arifa to do is provide evidence of everything that you have said. That is all they are asking him. To actually provide evidence.
All they confirm it online, pay evidence you are. So you should provide.
You understand? What if you know evidence you are back on?
Oníbàjẹ́, ìkan tó ń sọ nísìn, wọ́n náà fún ọba di Monday. Tí ọba ò bá rí ìjẹ́ títí di Monday, wọ́n náà máa sọ evidence síta.
Ẹni tó bá bí yàrá ìyá ẹ̀ rè é fẹ́ rí fídíò kó ṣe fídíò ààrẹ kó wá sọ pé Saheed Adémọ́lá Elégùṣì o mo fún ẹ di Monday kóun ṣe fídíò kákọ́tẹ́ ẹ rí. Evidence yẹn làwọn á dúró dè because evidence yẹn tí wọn ò bá múlẹ̀ ọ̀n ní
ọmọ àlè ni wọ́n torí yẹn là ń retí báyìí.
because nísìn gbogbo narrative tó ń paint wọ́n fi ń ba ayé Àrífà jẹ́ sí ni ṣé wàá mọ̀ pé gbogbo àwọn olórí burúkú tó sọ̀rọ̀ yìí kò sí èyí tó yọjú sí Àrífà. Let me burst your bubble. Kò sí èyí tó yọjú sí Àrífà ní gbogbo àwọn tó sọ̀rọ̀ yìí. Àbúrò Àrífà àti ìyàwó ẹ̀ nìkan ló ń yọjú láti jọjọ́ ẹ̀. Ó ń bẹ̀bẹ̀ gidi ni tó bẹ̀bẹ̀ tó dùn.
Now, this is stupid voice note from Konibaje saying Arifa said a whole lot. The question is, the Veron you people arrested yesterday, what did he do? What did Veron do that you arrested him?
Well, from here, good afternoon. Good evening to everyone.
Mr. Guresi, please, before you talk, it's my norm on this platform to actually stand on the existing protocol and appreciate you once again for all you've done for justice for Mohbad. You are somebody that I respect so much. Even in your own running around, you still have the time, you know, to answer calls, to go to stations, to visit these guys. Yesterday, I was on the call with you, and the next minute when I called you back, you were already at the police station, where you went to see Veron and Arifa. Mr. Guresi, once again, I pray for you that everything your heart desire, God will grant it for you. And for those people that have spoken ill about you, we'll leave them in the hands of God. We see the work you're doing. And I'm going to gbàdúrà lórúkọ Ọlọ́run, lágbára Ọlọ́run. Ẹ ní fọwọ́ yín sì kó àwọn ọmọ yín kankan.
Amen.
Lágbára Ọlọ́run, ẹ máa jẹun ọmọ kalẹ̀ ni. We appreciate you. We that were truly in support for justice for Mohbad, we appreciate all your effort. We appreciate all you're doing. Thank you very much, Mr. Guresi.
Well, thank you very much. I so much appreciate you. As you know, all these accolades or all these recognition are not what it's not me, it's God. You are not in Nigeria. I'm sure if you are in Nigeria, you will do better than me. It's just because I'm chanced or I have the time or probably I'm able to plan my moves. So, but what I'm doing is not something that is so special that anyone cannot do. But the thing is, some are those who can do it, but they are doing it for certain reasons or for a particular, they might be doing it for certain agenda. But let's leave that. Doing that, it's a compliment to me. First and foremost, I'd like to appreciate everyone. York Daddy, I appreciate you for even trying to uphold the move or the movement of justice for Mohbad. Since should I say incarceration of Arifa and Westo, they thought nobody would stand up to speak in that same direction. But we appreciate you, especially, for standing aloof to ensure that the voice of those who speak for justice is never and is not going to be silenced. I appreciate you for that, and I doff my cap for you. I give you as much salute as my strength can. All the panelists, those that have gone and those that are still on and those that will join, I respect your intelligence, the vibe, the drive, and the wisdom you have used in contributing to enlighten us and to give us a direction towards having that confidence that justice is still alive and justice will definitely get. There are a lot of there are a lot of distractions, and you have made us to know that those distractions should not be given any attention. And the commenters, thank you so much for all you have been doing. Your typing, your fingers have done wonderfully well, and we really appreciate that. You see, I will not talk too much because I will be doing one or two things. The little I will say is this.
Mr. Aggressive, please.
Yeah?
Mr. Aggressive, let me just clear this. Somebody asked in the comment section, because I don't want us to interpret what I posted here. I said freedom for Westo. That is what I said. Westo was not arrested, but he's not free to come out because they are looking for him to pick him up. So
Let me just say a word to that. Like, a brother of yours called me few moments ago.
That person is not my brother, please.
To ask, what happened to Westo? Was I not there yesterday? I said, look, anybody that is not allowed to walk freely deserves his freedom. Westo deserves to be free, as in to come out from his hidden place. Because I know and I can say that wherever he is, I don't think he's comfortable where he is. He's a talker who has been deprived of talking. He's a moderator who has been denied that moderation. He's an enlightenment creator who has not been given the chance to enlighten the people. A lot of things have been taken away from him, and those are the things that make body, soul, and spirit to be happy. But those things have been taken away. I don't think he's fine where he is, so he deserves his freedom. While we are walking and praying, because the two people we know where they are now are Veron and Arifa. Their freedom, by His grace, shall be guaranteed anytime soon. We trust in God. We trust in God. We believe in God. And whosoever is on God's side, no matter the persecution, no matter the tribulation, he will definitely laugh last. The Konibajes, you are mentioning Konibaje. There are a lot of Konibajes whose hobby is to bankonje. There are a lot of Konibajes. Even in every platform, the Konibajes will always come. But the Konibajes you are referring to, well, I like him as a person. I like him as a person because he's good at his own machination. If you are an evil person, you are doing your evil and you are getting away with it. Give him some respect. He's smart. But one day, the God we serve will definitely catch up on him. He might be working for whoever or working for anything. We've seen that you are loyal to somebody, or you are loyal to a group, or you are loyal to a company. At the end of the day, it is one small thing you will do when God is ready to deal with you. It's one small thing you will do that the company will now deal with you mercilessly, that even your generation will regret ever working in that company. So you can continue. One day it will meet his Waterloo. And with the public, that is a thing, with the common masses, that I think is hurting, we will be the one to at least, we will be his saving grace. Are we going to save him, or will leave him to suffer for what he has done? Well, Kunibaje can, he should know that he has done a lot of damage, not to anybody, but to himself. Because there is nothing anybody can do that will shut the voice of justice for Mohbad. Until we get that justice, we are not keeping quiet. And we are not relenting. We are not keeping quiet, we are not relenting. Because one thing we are convinced of is that Mohbad died in that house. Mohbad died in that house. So tell us, who killed Mohbad? How did he die in that house? Very simple question that we need to ask. And thank God, the judiciary is not shying away from trying to unveil or unravel the mystery behind somebody who walked into his house healthy, and after a few hours, he was taken out dead. So the explanation and whatever they are going to say must be convincing. We don't want to know. I am not interested in alibi or whatever. But what I'm interested in, he went inside with how many people? He got into the room with who? And thank God, spending has helped us to some extent in which we should be confident about. And maybe that is why they have been doing all these run around to distract us, not to focus on that breakthrough we just got through the confession and witness of spending. More are coming. Revelations will show. So they should be, we should be ready, and they should be prepared to fight dirty. We will not drag anybody, we won't fight anybody, but we'll continue to reveal the truth and to hammer on the truth that we have seen and we know. Hopefully, by next inquest, Prime Boy will talk. The pathology, possibly because of the news we heard recently that the pathology result, the autopsy result and toxicology results are out. So there might be a pathologist from the state might be in court to read or to admit, or as in to present it before the court. So whatever the result is on the pathology, that will not stop our own investigation and our own application to the coroner to bring forward witnesses that will help this case. All we care after is to know what killed Mohbad. Even if we accuse anybody wrongly.
Sorry, Grace.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Grace. Please, I just want to ask something, please.
Okay.
I greet Yoki Daddy. Good afternoon. I don't know where you are now. And Andy, Grace. Thank you so much. Please, I just have something to ask, please. Issue of arrest that they are just arrest everybody now. Please. So I don't know. Maybe we can't do anything about it. Can we make an arrest too? Like this Sakiki that said, Taiki now says something and that is not interested in this one. So we cannot arrest that guy too. Let him to be in the station, in the police custody too. That's useless Sakiki, please.
Well, please
let's do something.
Okay, sir. Well, to me, those who will go for the arrest and those who will make the arrest, if they are here, they are hearing. And if any step is to be taken It should be taken. My own is, no matter what, if you are fighting for justice, there are prices you must pay. There are prices you must pay. Let them come, and even if they pick me today, please, just try to at least make sure you facilitate the food I'll be eating. I'm not bothered. It's one of the things we are prepared for. If truly we are fighting for justice, we must be ready for the sacrifices. At every point in time, it will cost you money, it will cost you time, it's going to cost you. Even the data we are using, it's costing us. We must give the sacrifice. Those ones, don't let us, anyone that wants to chase after them or go after them can do it. At least Baba wrote, a petition was written against Wumi. Where is Wumi? Walking freely. A petition was written against Darusha. They said he came to police station and wrote a statement. Because he came with a lawyer or whatever. He was asked to go. How many lawyers have been there for Halifa? How many Veron was arrested. And thank God, I know. Let the Konibaje know that Veron is not a good catch for them. I can tell you. I was there yesterday. I can say Veron is not a good catch for them. For him to say Veron, they must, it's not a good catch. It's not. So, both Veron and Harifa, they are in good spirit. No matter the tension they are, their spirit is still high. They send their greetings to everybody. And despite giving caution not to mention name, they are still very supportive of justice for Mohbad, and that we should keep on fighting for the justice so that the death of that boy and the suffering or the detention they are under will not go in vain. Because if we don't get this justice, and Arifa was there for how many weeks, Veron is there now, if we don't get the justice, if we don't get this justice, we should know that this punishment or this situation they are is in vain. But if we get justice and everybody, no matter as much people that can be detained, and we eventually get this justice, please and please, we'll be happy, because the death of Mohbad, the persecution we have witnessed, the insult we have taken, so many things we are taking will not go in vain if we get justice. So we should not relent, we should not keep quiet, we should not let our spirit be higher than even when we started. Let us be more proactive and more strategic in this cause for justice for Mohbad. And if at the end of the day we get this justice, if we have accused or wronged anybody, we'll come back to apologize. But when we are fighting justice, error for new and to okay, hello. So abatani, ẹni tí àbàtà yẹn bá tàbà kó jọ kó sì bá wa fi para náà. But for now, you see the symbol of justice that is in court. If you are fighting for justice, you don't see anything. Just keep going on the path of justice. Even without seeing who is crossing you or who is greeting you, even if they are greeting you, you are walking on the path of justice. Oh, kneel down. Because where you are going is where you should focus on. So let us be focused. Nobody should give you any negative impression or negative narrative. Our move is as our moves have been positive. It has all been positive. So let's hello.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay, thank you. So it's really very challenging, very, very challenging, but the end will justify the means. The sacrifices worth giving, because justice does not come easy. We should be resolute. We should be very, very resolute and upright in what we believe in. Please and please, there are a lot of things we might not be able to say online, but be rest assured that those people who are on the field working for the success of this movement, they never relented and they are up for it. Or anybody that wants to drag anybody can go on. That is their own cup of tea. I am not interested. But one thing I have seen in God is that anybody that try to drag me is a space of few days. God knows how to deal with them. God knows how he deals with them, because I have never for once compromised or taken any step on this justice for Mohbad because of my selfish or personal gain. Never. So on the GoFundMe, I will beg everyone, let us keep on donating as God has given us. As God has given us. We donate to churches. We don't know how churches are spending their money. We donate to mosque. We don't know how mosques are spending the money. But this is a platform for justice. This justice for Mohbad will help to change the story and change the narrative of what is of Nigerian situation. God can use it. We can use it. It's going to be a reference point for good and for transformation in this country. So no matter what you give to this justice, time, money, your resources, your everything, as long as is within the framework of justice for Mohbad, God in his infinite mercy knows how to reward everyone. And until I come back, maybe later in the day, because I want to do one or two things, I'll come back to probably brief and say one or two things. Thank you very much, Mr. York. Be good. I love.
Please, I have a quick question, Grexy.
Okay, ma.
What is the plan? Because what I'm thinking now, that by this next inquest, yeah, let's just say maybe all has been, they will read that post-mortem result.
Yes, ma.
So if they read it, then they have what? Is it 5 days? They have to prepare the death certificate. So let's just say maybe a couple of weeks. They
Okay.
would now have to push to say, okay, we should go and take our corpse. So
Okay.
is it not wise that we start thinking about his burial? Because otherwise, are we going to keep keeping him in the morgue? Or what is it? Just crossed my mind, and I thought, oh, I'm gonna come.
Thank you very much, my sister. May your wisdom never go dry, because you see, it's not for me to say it, and it's not for when it's coming from people like you. We should have our mind towards that thing, the burial. There is no amount, there is no length of time that